Hey guys, I'm Roger Dodger Gaming, and today we are here for our brand new league I've created. We are again the Sin City Squirtles, and we are going to be doing a team breakdown to break down basically what I drafted and what I'm thinking about the team so far. So let's get into it. Alright, so we had 12 Pokemon we were able to pick, ranging from S tier, A plus tier, 2A picks, 2B picks, 3C tier picks, and 3D tier picks. So this is just a brief breakdown of what I got in what tier. I pretty much drafted them in this order, but we can get into what specifically my Pokemon are. My first Pokemon I drafted was Zera Aura. For all my sets, I'm going to be just using the standard Smogon set that's there. And yeah. So Zera Aura is a incredibly fast Pokemon with 143 speed. It is one of the fastest Pokemon. I think it's in like the top 20 fastest Pokemon ever. So it's very fast and can be just an incredible asset throughout the team. Its Plasma Fist is its unique ability, which turns all normal types into electric types moves, allowing us, so if our opponent goes for like an explosion, it will be turned into an electric type, assuming we hit it beforehand with a Plasma Fist, and will, instead of hurting us, will give us health back. So it can be an incredibly good move. It can be run special or physical, and it's just a really good Pokemon to start, and I think is going to be a tremendous asset to the team. Our next Pokemon is Toxipex. I thought having a Regenerator Core would be really cool, and I've used Toxipex previously, and it's one of my favorite Regenerator mons. I really like Slowbro, but I think Toxipex is just got a lot of bulk and can be very good. So Recover is also amazing on this mon, and getting like burns on our opponents and being able to take a hit. I anticipate Toxapex coming a lot, and it is going to be one of our main defensive walls. So I'm really excited to use this mon again. And our next Pokemon is going to be Skarmory. So I have not used Skarmory before. I've used a similar mon in Corviknight. And from my knowledge, Skarmory is a lesser Corviknight, but it gets access to spikes, which could be really useful. Whirlwind to get our opponents out and potentially land them on the spikes. Body Press, which I think is great with its 140 defense. And Roost, so we're getting a lot of support. This is going to be another one of our more defensive mons. But an 80 attack's not bad. We could also run it with like Brave Bird and make use of that attack stat. And it's mainly run with Rocky Helmet, so that's maybe what we do. I might change it up some, but I'm really excited to use it and see how it does. Or to round off our Regenerator Core, I have Tang Growth. I think Tang Growth is going to be a fantastic mon. It's very good in the like defensive department. I think pairing it with a Toxipex can be really good. It gets access to moves like Giga Drain, Knockoff, Sleep Powder. So with our mons, we have a really good shot to knock off their items. So far out of our mons, 3 of them get knockoff. So I think that's really good, because being able, like, if my opponent's strategy relies on their item, it can be very useful to knock it off. This Pokemon also gets access to Sleep Powder, which can be really like crippling, depending on if I hit it or not. So I'm really looking forward to use this Pokemon. Another Pokemon I have never used, but I think is going to be a real asset to the team. Alright, let's get into our next one. Noivern is a Pokemon I have wanted to draft since I started Draft League, and today is finally my chance. It has the amazing ability in Frisk. So Frisk allows me to see what my opponent item is. So that gives me, in Draft League, intel is incredibly important. And being able to get more intel on my opponent, like say they're Choice Scarfed, I know that beforehand. Or if they're a certain berry, I know exactly what that berry is if I switch in to Noivern. And it can be an incredible asset. Its special attack stat's pretty good, and with Draco Meteor, it can do a ton of damage to my opponent. It has pretty good coverage in moves like Flamethrower and some other stuff, so I'm really excited to use this mod. I think it's going to be really interesting, and it has access to Roost, which can be good recovery too. So our team has a pretty good recovery so far. Pancoro is a mon I've really been enjoying using, and I think it brings a cool asset and a dark type and a fighting type. A fighting type that's also not weak to psychic, which is I think incredibly useful, and also a fighting type that can hit normal and or ghost mons, which can be really amazing. And I think it can put in a lot of work. I'm really excited to use it. I've used it successfully in the past, and I'm looking forward to using it successfully this season. So yeah, let's get into our next mon. Aromatisse is a mon I have never used, but I thought Wish support would be really amazing in this league, and we are running into the lower tiers at this point. So getting another defensive mon, and I think it's very important to have a fairy type, and this is it has a pretty decent special attack stat, and also has a really good HP for Wish passing. So I think it could be really useful as like another defensive mon, and I think having Aromatisse for some of our like Pangoro or some of our other things could be really useful for those who don't know. Aromatisse is a move that, or not Aromatisse, Aromatherapy. It basically gets rid of like burns or paralysis or toxic or anything. So that could be really useful. And yeah, our next mon is going to be Moltres. I thought having a fire type, I wanted to draft a lot of other fire types in the league, but unfortunately I was not able to. I was getting sniped worse in this league than I have in every other league I've been in. So I ended up going with Moltres, which I think is a fantastic fire type for as low of a tier it is. I think it can put in a lot of work with Fire Blast Roost as another recovery option. Unfortunately, it is weak to that electric type, which our few of our mons are weak to, so that sucks. But I think its special attack stat's great, and its speed's good too, and the flame body ability I think is decent. Could also have, I believe, pressure, but I think flame body's better because if we're hit physically, we have a chance to burn the target and potentially crippling it. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very valuable member to the team, and I'm excited to use it. Alright, this is another incredible mon I have never used before. I think it's not the best, in my opinion. Slush Rush user, especially with some of the other, like, Zolts getting Slush Rush, I believe. The fossil Pokemon in this gen got Slush Rush. But I'm very excited to use it. It gets access to moves like Swords Dance, Substitute Superpower, which gives it a fighting move. And without, when you have Slush Rush, you may as well get the Hail, which we will get in another pick a little later. So Toff, I think, is going to be great. Our Golurk. I've seen this mon used incredibly well. It can be super offensive, and I think our team needs very offensive mon to go with it, and it helps with our electric weakness we had, being a ground type. And I think Ghost is also very good typing in Draft League. And I think the ability Poltergeist is kind of broken. It just does a tremendous amount of damage. It attacks the user based on what item they have. And so if they don't have an item, it doesn't work, which sucks, but almost everything is going to have an item. So it can be just absolutely devastating to my opponent. And I think things like Close Combat, Shadow Punch, and Earthquake, I think it has great stab and can be a very great asset to our team. And to make use of the Slush Rush and to set the Hail, we have Vanillux. I am a huge fan of Vanillux. I think it can do a lot of cool things. Setting up the Aurora Veil to help our team support-wise, it can be a very good support mon, and it can also be a very good attack mon with that 110 special attack. It can put in a lot of work, and I think it has a lot of potential, and it's a nice Pokemon to help round out our team. It also gives us a little weather option if we want to, pairing it with Beartic. I think it can be very good, and I think it may be a mon that some people sleep on, but I think it is going to be very useful throughout the league. And our final mon is going to be Colossal. I have a fair bit of options to get rid of hazards, like a defogger. I have a few defoggers, and I wanted to have a rapid spinner. And I thought because I didn't get the best fire type I wanted to have an extra fire type. So I think Colossal fits all those things, and it has some very unique abilities. In Steam Engine, which if it's hit by a water or fire type move, I believe it's fire type, it gets +6 speed, which could be absolutely incredible. And it's able to just do pretty standard stuff: set rocks, hit Pokemon hard with Flare Blitz, Rock Blast, and it also gets a huge benefit with the Rapid Spin boost of it gaining +1 speed from it. So I just think it could be a great mon, and yeah. This is going to be our final mon. I'm really looking forward to starting the season. I think our first match will go up next week, Saturday, or no, Friday is for this league. So next week, Friday, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.